Well, good afternoon my YouTube friends, it's Margaret here. And why have I brought you back today? Well, I've started off on a good note, but then also, just bear with me a minute. I've not put my little flap out at the back so I can see what you're seeing. So, I'm in the grow room and I'm just checking everything. And in particular, I'm checking this particular one. And I'm thinking, I've got some lovely aerial roots. Look at them. But then I think to myself, well, but the roots that have gone down, there's not a green growing tip on them. And then blow me down, I'll take the camera down now, I'll show you, and then I can bring you a bit closer. I'll get you a bit closer. Here, you're going to see what I'm going to see. Hopefully you will. There we go, about there. And so I was a little bit worried about this here. And then as I'm putting it back on the shelf, look, I've got a spike. And so this has absolutely thrown me, this one has, and I was thinking, oh goodness gracious. And here's me thinking it wasn't happy here, because it's sending out these roots here, but in actual fact it is, and there we've got a spike. And I know it's capable of spiking because we've got a dried flower there. So that's the name of it. Let's just show you. And then, you're going to see that, are you? So this is going to be ready for watering, and so that was fine. I've done that and I'm thrilled to bits. The next one I picked up, I was watching M.E.s channel this morning and thinking about the yellowing leaves. He's got some yellowing leaves. You see that? And this one, and this is the dendrobium, the no ID one that I call Sheila. And but this one, first thing I noticed was just two leaves. See, that's a nice one. There were just two leaves, and then when I picked the leaves up, the leaves were green, and I'm thinking, oh goodness, where's that come from? And look, and you see, look what's happened. Oh dear. So this has sent me in panic mode again, and you see, and I think it's a humidity issue. Let me just check that you are actually, yes. And I think it's a humidity issue because this is just collapsed. And if you look here, these look as though they've got too much water in them. See, that's just falling off. And it's not the media, because the media is lava rock and it's dry underneath. But there's something collapsed this within 24 hours. And I have now, I do leave the door open to this room in the evening. I've had this on the windowsill So I'm going to, this afternoon, that's completely gone now. I'm going to take this bit off, and I'm going to put some cinnamon on that. So that's one good thing and one bad thing. And then you think, well, could it go any worse? So I just wanted to show this. And this is my Dendrobium pendulum, which I've grown this cane this year. I did have a small, little tiny, it was slightly smaller than this, and I mounted it, but that hasn't survived. And I'm careful how I water this, but you see that leaf dye back there, and you see, is natural, and you see if I hold it this way and go all the way down, and there's that new growth. And then M.E.'s got his where it's flowering, so I'm hoping this winter that I shall be able to maybe get blooms. I can't finish watering, I can't, because there's new growth here, I can't deny this new growth food and nutrients, water and nutrients, sorry. I've had a bit of trouble trying to keep the leaves from dying back, but I think I'm all right now. I'm on the good road. So if I put that somewhere, I have to be ever so careful with this one, because I mean that's 12 months worth of growth, and if I was to lose that. So as I was getting that down, off the shelf, this one here, this monstrosity. I don't think I need to even lower the camera much for you to see what I'm looking at. You see what you're looking at. And this is Brincholalia cattleya Haesong Tian Mu. Oh dear, what can you say? I've got two now. Can you see that? Have I showed me that way? And what happened? Let me just slightly that way. And what happened? It fell off the darn shelf. Fortunately, it was in lava rock and it went everywhere. But my problem is, this is a creeping rhizome. And let me just show you. Can you see that green growing tip? And if we take it round here, you'll see here I've got a growth coming. You see that growth? I don't know if you can see. You see that growth? And here, underneath the rhizome, just, you probably might not see it because of the lava rock, there's another growth growing. And this is the new growth here. And because it's fallen, can you see? Can you see how it's bruised? The growth. It's bruised it in 3 places. Maybe you'll see better that way, how it's bruised it. Can you see how it's bruised it? So whether or not, you see it's weakened it as well. So whether or not I'm going to lose that, I don't know. But so I've got nothing in this pot here now. Because even though it was in that larger pot to accommodate it, the roots were still too damp. So I've put it in this pot now, and then with the other, and because it was such a big one, I mean, this, I think, I can't remember whether this was €9.50 or this was €12, but whatever it was darn cheap. So there's the other one. So I've cut it, and I've put cinnamon on both the cuts. There's no eyes on this one, but that doesn't mean that it's still not capable of sending something out. I've got you won't see it from there, but I've got a possibility of an eye there. And so, clumsy old me, but never mind. You know, sometimes things happen. You get a nice surprise with a bloom spike, and then the next minute, wham bam, and all hell's let loose. Right. Okay. So today's water day, and can you see this? I don't know whether you're seeing what I'm showing you, because I'm sat at the bit at the back of the camera which shows me what I'm looking at. I can't actually see. So, but what I wanted to show you was this, these three. Well, I'm not going to show you all three. I'll show you just this one. And for the simple reason is that it's time to water these. Can you see? Can you see how dry? It's crispy. And I've got some water here. I've got some water here. There we go. We've got that spike there, and we've got that little spike there. And because I've got this hydration problem, and I do thank Nina very much for coming back and suggesting that I've got this problem with my humidity. I'm vigilant now, and I've lowered the big oscillating fan, so it now fans round the middle layers. I've got the fan that's up there on the top layer, so that's doing fine with that one, and hopefully everything's going to be fine. So this now, can you see? I'm going to let it take up the moisture till about there. Only there. I'm not going to let it water the top, because I think that's going to be too much. And then, I just put you on hold a moment. I can find where I put you on hold. Right, so I'm back now, and I've moved my chair and the table. And so I hope you could see what I was showing you. And I've got to be careful because I put things on the floor. So there's that inflorescence now. And you see, on that phalaenopsis there. And these are the two inflorescents on that one and that one. So they're progressing on nicely. And this one here, this is the Phalaenopsis disastrous. Now where is it? There. And you see, that's progressing on nicely. And let's just have a look down there. That's the big dusky maid. I just wondered what that was in there, but I think that's fine. I tell you, you get paranoid. And this is that nice little one, the Labiata bar cerulean, and somewhere down there, because I've seen that this morning, I've got a nice root developing. And here we go over here. This is the Laelia purpurata. Got a nice new root going down there, and I've got that growth. Now you see that's got that creeping habit, which is a bit of a nuisance really, but what can you do? And of course this is Walkeriana. Excuse me. Now Walkeriana, I'm going to have to elevate that up, maybe up to this top shelf, but then again I don't want to. The only other thing I can do is I got it done with it going underneath here and then attaching and going around there. I might well soak that and see if I can get it to come this way. I've managed to manoeuvre that one so it goes in there, because it's so easy to snap these roots, and I don't want to do that. Let me just have a look. Let me just come down here now. And the reason I'm coming down here, it's fine. I'm just wanting to check that this disastrous purple has taken up enough fertiliser. And while I'm down here, let me just show you this. Now this is a Phragmipedium, and I've got a little name here somewhere, and it's Olaf Gruss. Okay, this is the one where it rotted down the centre, and I put dragon's blood in there, and it has grown since. Then we had another growth which wanted to rot down the centre, which I've put dragon's blood, and we've got the two little tiny growths there. So what I've done with this one, I've just put it in water, just sat it that way with just some grow stones. There might be a couple of pieces of bark still on the bottom of the root, but under there the root is fine. So I thought, well, I'm just going to try it this way and see how we go on with it. So there's that Phalaenopsis here from the other day that can you see? That had that marking on the leaf, so I've just tucked that over there in that corner. That's the other one I repotted and put that there. Otherwise all those are fine. My only big disaster today was this big one here. But sometimes you have days like that where you go from one disaster to another. So that one now, the Tian Mu, I'm going to have to try and elevate it up somehow. Anyway, I'll just go downstairs with you now, just so you can see the progress on the other two orchids. Look at that. Now you'd think that would send me really into panic stations, wouldn't you? But it hasn't. A simple reason, because that's an older leaf. The frags and everything have been watered and checked. There's that Phalaenopsis, and there's the new blooms coming there. So just bear with me a minute. Let me just take it round this way first. Everything's doing well up there. I'll take it round. Actually, we're only 56% humidity, and I do put the humidifier on, and you see how that crack in the window where we open, that stays open like that permanently. That's that nice Hoya. And I'll switch the humidifier on now. I tell you, this humidifier is marvellous. Within 20 minutes it's up in the 80s. And, so that was the one where that one fell off, but never mind. What can you do? That's the Vanda Coltana Gold by Dr. Anek. That's doing very nicely. I'll just put them in the bucket shortly. That's the other one, doing very nicely. And this one also, I've cleaned the leaves on that one. And that's Phalaenopsis Howardin Princess. And a little bit of lava rocks fell over there. And this one here, did I explain to you that this is the Phalaenopsis cornicervi Chatterley. I've had that leaf tied back, but it still wants to fall that way. But I just put some sphagnum moss just round the roots. Just didn't seem to quite stay hydrated enough. So that's what I've done with that one. There we've got that nice Masdevallia bloom, long striped, long yellow striped, just as the sun's catching it. Right, bear with me. So we're in the living room now, and this is where the new Cymbidium and this no ID orchid stands. And that one, that was a tight bud, that one. Slightly bigger than that one, but it's still a tight bud, but that's opening now. And that was the one that I've repotted. See? And I do believe by just giving it that little bit of calcium and magnesium, it doesn't seem quite as dehydrated, and I do believe that little leaf there is growing. See? Got buds there, buds there. And this Cymbidium, I think it's going to make me wait till Christmas. It's still only slightly cracking open. And I'm thinking, you know, because of the way the colour is, that this one actually might be white. I don't know, it's just how I'm thinking. But this one likes it just here. It does feel cool in here, but I think it's still fine. Right, we're in the little dining room, and these are the other Masdevallias. And that's Pyxis at the back with a little bloom, you can just see there. That one I've just put a bit of string round to stop it flopping. And this is Masdevallia coriacea, and that's that new growth that came. I've got a new growth here, and this is the Dendrobium varioda, and I've called this one Ruth. Not quite open yet, but doing very nicely. And actually this, I've watered that today. This one goes into the garage at night time, and it also goes outside in the cold, and that's the little one I don't show very often, Medio Calcar, doing very nicely. So I thought I'd just finish off in the garden, and these are where the Kingianums are. It's 51.3 out here, a bit breezy, and this is the Dendrobium delicatum, and I'm looking for development of sheaths. Can you see? Can you see down that one? Because I'm determined this time to see if I can get this one to bloom. Because it bloomed the first time. Can you see? So what I'm doing is they come out here during the day, they will go in a minute, while the sun's on. Of course the sun's gone in now. And then they come into the dining room where it's nice and warm, and then at night time they go into the garage where it's cool. So there we go, look at that. Hey? I can't believe we've still got blooms and everything. And it's November. It's November on Friday. Look at this. Even with these. And I mean, I'm cold here now, but these are not bothered. And in fact, this one here, Lobelia, it's got all new growths coming. Unfortunately, you'll get, because I'm coming towards the open space now, you'll get the wind blowing. But, and there's the last one. Look, begonia's out. And they say there's no climate change. I do believe there is climate change. And in fact, if we go over here now, and if I can, I don't know if it'll allow me to zoom in to the front garden. But look, can you see? All the blooms there, the flowers. And Keith actually found 3 more flower spikes on the yucca. So I'll just back up now, and because we've not got long, and I'll just take you around quickly. Excuse the noise under the feet. See? We've still got blooms. Still got blooms there. And if I take you over here very, very quickly, because it's showing me that I've not got much time left now to video. There we go. Let's take you back out. There we go. See? And we'll finish on these lovely cosmos blooms. We've Keith tidied up now. We're all ready for the winter to come. There we go. And you see, all this area. So from me to you, thank you for joining me today. Nice to have you on board. Thank you to all my new subscribers. The ace has gone now. Bye bye now.